Steve Merrill back here on Tuesday, December the 5th, looking at a big game breakdown and the first game tonight on Tuesday in the in-game, in-season tournament in the NBA. We're going to look at Knicks and Bucks. And, uncharted territory last night on Monday is we'd never had an elimination round in an in-season tournament in the history of the league. And we had two games. We saw how they played out. Well, the underdog won both of those games outright last night with Indiana at home and then New Orleans on the road. Of course, we've got the big dog tonight is the New York Knicks. Phoenix is a slight dog in the other game. So are the Knicks a live dog? Well, the early money, it feels that way. It went from 6 down to 4.5, 5, mostly 4.5s now as we check the WagerTalk live odds screen on Tuesday morning. But as we saw with the two games yesterday on Monday, we've seen over money come in on both. In fact, both games on Monday moved about 4 to 5 points higher on the over-under. Pacer game stayed under, and it barely stayed under, but they had about 30 points in the final 2 minutes, still stayed under the total. Meanwhile, the late game last night between the Pelicans and Kings did get over the total by a few baskets. And that's the case once again with the two games tonight. We've seen that late game Phoenix Lakers move about 4 or 5 points higher. And we've also seen the total in this New York Milwaukee game move from 223 up to 228. However, I disagree with this move. I think there is some value with the under in this game for a couple reasons. First of all, New York, they rely on defense, and they are a good defensive team. In fact, top three defensive efficiency for the entire season. They've been top five of the last 5 games as well. Milwaukee's kind of middle of the pack, but the last couple of weeks, their defensive efficiency has improved, and they're starting to play better on the defensive side of the ball. And if they are really a championship team, I think they'll bring the defense tonight as well. And that's the way New York has to play. I don't think New York wants to go in this game trying to outscore one of the best offensive teams in the league. And something I pointed out yesterday is that if these are really playoff type games, and technically they are, they're elimination games from an in-season tournament, we should see more defense as well, as NBA playoff games, at least over the years, over the decades, have been lower scoring than regular season games by a couple baskets on average. And I think we'll get that same mindset here tonight. It does appear that the lesser teams are more focused on this tournament. We saw the Celtics, considered the best team in the NBA, go down last night, as I mentioned, as a favorite against Indiana. That would kind of apply here to the Knicks and Bucks tonight, as New York would be the underdog team. The difference, though, is that Indiana was at home last night. Milwaukee is at home. We'll see if that home court makes any difference here. But either way, I think the Knicks have to slow this game down if they have a chance. Definitely wouldn't talk you off any Jalen Brunson props to the over. If the Knicks play well in this game, you have to imagine Brunson's going to carry the heavy duty lifting. Julius Randle's been a little more inconsistent this season. He out off one of his worst starts ever in November. He's picked it up a bit, but Brunson is what makes his team go. So Jalen Brunson props over, probably worth a look. But I do like the under 228 in this game between the Knicks and Bucks tonight on Tuesdays. I think New York will look to slow it down and try to win with some defense. And by the way, if you're interested in getting my official best bets each and every day, now is a great time to do so at wagertalk.com. Get the rest of 2023, the entire calendar year, for just over $7 a day with the $199 special. No promo code needed. That price is good this week only. And the sooner you get on, the sooner you get more days. It's $199 whether you sign up today on Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, or Saturday. So why not get on board tonight on Tuesday? Get my strong Tuesday night best bets in basketball and get the rest of this month's college and pro hoops and college and pro football for just over $7 a day. No promo code needed. Check it out right now. Steve Merrill, wagertalk.com.
Quarterfinal action in the in-season NBA tournament tonight as the Phoenix Suns go on the road to take on a Los Angeles Lakers team that they've faced twice already this season. And we've already seen some pretty major moves in the market for this game as well since the line got released late last week, namely in the total, which has climbed pretty substantially across recent days to hit a current mark of 228. That's up around 4.5 points from where it opened. So pretty big line movement there. And to be honest, I'm pretty much in full agreement with that move as well. We saw these two teams combine for over 240 points the last time they played against each other early last month over in Phoenix. And that was without Devin Booker in the lineup as well for the Suns, who, we just saw run up 34 points and 10 rebounds on the Grizzlies over the weekend. So, the Lakers did get the win against the Houston Rockets on Saturday, but it was far from a convincing performance from an offensive standpoint. Their effective field goal percentage was down over 5%. LeBron James and D'Angelo Russell combined for just 1 and 9 from 3-point range in that game as well. So the potential is there for a much more explosive output from the Lakers tonight on home court, given those muted numbers that they posted against Houston over the weekend, and especially considering the fact as well that they're taking on a Phoenix Suns team here that ranks bottom half in defensive efficiency this season. And it also ranks 20th at opponent floor percentage, 29th at opponent effective possession ratio, and so on as well. So from a side perspective, this is a tricky one. Phoenix is 0-2 in the season so far in this series, so they definitely won't want to make it number 3 on Tuesday night, especially in an in-season quarterfinal matchup as well. But, we're finally going to see if the Lakers can restrict that combination matchup of Kevin Durant and Devin Booker in this one. A pair in the Lake Show haven't seen all year. We'll instead focus on the total in this one for our best bet. But before we do, just want to reiterate what Steve mentioned there regarding WagerTalk's special end-of-year sports extravaganza, which is going on right now. Get the rest of the calendar year from your favorite handicapper for only $1.99. All sports, all 5% plays are included. And in terms of myself, Kevin Dolan, that means you're getting the number one NBA handicapper at WagerTalk since the start of the 2018-2019 season. It's been a phenomenal last few seasons on the hardwood and coming off a perfect 5% record in the NFL this year as well, as we cash in another monster winner on the San Francisco 49ers over the weekend also. In terms of a best bet for this game, look, we already mentioned at the start, the total has climbed up steadily in this game since it opened late last week, but it's still very difficult to ignore the over tonight between the Suns and Lakers for all the reasons I just mentioned. The Lakers coming off a cold night and shooting against Houston last time out. They face a team in Phoenix tonight who, not only have shown some defensive issues this season, but also the fact their own three-point shooting numbers were depressed last time out against Memphis. Phoenix shot down around 4% on average from their season-long numbers. And this is a Suns team that ranks 4th in the league this year in three-point shooting percentage. So look for both of those factors to kind of auto-correct tonight in LA in what should be a higher scoring game in the crypto.com arena on Tuesday night. That'll do it for myself. Don't forget to like the video. And as always, drop your own predictions for this matchup in the comments section down below. And until next time, best of luck on all your bets.